My name is Trevor Ellison. I've worked as a merchant mariner on and off for about 10 years. I started in deep water semi-submersibles doing drilling and work over stuff in the Gulf. Ended up on tugs in San Francisco doing pretty much anything that had to do with tugs as a deckhand. And I've recently moved over to harbor tugs. I'm currently an apprentice mate on a tractor tug off the coast of New England doing some offshore assist work. Before I ever seriously considered shipshape, Andrew had reached out to me through some cold messaging in 2021. And though I didn't seriously consider it at the time, Andrew made a very lasting impression. 4 years later, when I was a wife and 2 kids deep and the heaviest and unhealthiest I'd ever been, I thought about him. My skepticism about shipshape had nothing to do with Andrew or the program. He had everything I would want in a trainer. His physique proved that he lived what he spoke, and he had the mind of a motivator. His thought process told me that he would be with me as far as I was willing to go. My skepticism was with me. How far was I willing to go? How much of that current state of being was I willing to give up in order to become who I am speaking to you today? I was scared, but I dove in. If I'm going to agree to this, then I'm going to give it a fair chance. And the app was pivotal. It kept me focused. It was always there anytime I opened my phone, like it was looking at me. The feedback I received from the check-ins that we did, you're at 80% this week, you're at 70% this week, what happened this week, how's the nutrition going? These check-ins forced my accountability throughout the week. My breakthroughs came pretty heavy in the first few weeks and then continued on, months after that. The workouts were hard. My energy was low. I didn't have much physical space to work with, but the first time that I put on a shirt that didn't say 3XL and it wasn't tight and it wasn't uncomfortable, I was pretty hooked. My confidence soared. I felt lighter on my feet, and the things I dreaded the most about my job became menial tasks that were just part of my day-to-day. Now I do this everywhere. I do it on board. I do it at home in a very nice gym. I do it in the hotel on travel days. My health has become my life. It wasn't easy. I had setbacks. I had shortcomings that I had to work through that I still work through. But every day that I prioritize myself now becomes easier to do it the next day, no matter where I am. I'm extremely happy to say that I'm now 60 pounds down, a brand new shirt size, and a completely different person than I was when I started this program. ShipShape has been so impactful on my life that it has bled over into my crewmates' lives. They now take their everyday decisions about their health a little more seriously than they did before I started this. If one person can make that impact on just the vessel that they work on, I think about the impact that could be made on an entire fleet of vessels if this kind of health initiative is backed and supported by the companies that we work for. I can't thank Andrew and the team at ShipShape enough for helping me to change my life. If this is what they can do for me, I firmly believe they have the ability to change the lives of everyone in this industry for the better. Thank you.